The news from the battlefield was devastating. Israel's enemies had killed many men, including King Saul, Prince Jonathan, and the king's other 2 sons. Soon, David, the former shepherd and champion of Israel, would be crowned king. The news of a new king terrified the nanny who took care of King Saul's 5-year-old grandson, Mephibosheth. Mephibosheth is in danger, she thought. Everyone knew that King Saul and David were enemies. And usually, when a new family took the throne, everyone left in the old king's family was killed so that no one tried to take back the throne. What if David thought that Mephibosheth would try to take the throne from him when he grew up? David might kill Mephibosheth to keep that from happening. The nanny had to hide him. As she ran, Mephibosheth suddenly slipped from her arms and fell to the ground. His feet were badly injured, but she couldn't stop. She had to keep going. They found a safe place to hide, but he was still in what felt like a hopeless situation. Mephibosheth grew up in secret. He even had a family of his own. He hoped that King David had forgotten about him. But one day, there was a knock at the door. It was King David's men. The king wanted Mephibosheth to come see him at the palace. Mephibosheth had no choice but to go. Will he try to kill me now? Mephibosheth may have wondered. He was a poor, crippled man. He didn't have anything to give King David. When he saw the king, he fell on his face to show respect. "Behold, I am your servant," Mephibosheth said. Would King David let him live? King David said, "Do not fear, for I will show you kindness for the sake of your father Jonathan." David was showing kindness because of Mephibosheth's father? Mephibosheth may have been confused. Wasn't his family enemies with David? Even though his grandfather, King Saul, hated David, Mephibosheth's father, Prince Jonathan, had been best friends with David. They promised each other that if one of them died, the other would show kindness to his family. Now, David was keeping his promise. David gave Mephibosheth back the land Jonathan owned. He wanted Mephibosheth to join him every day and eat at the king's table. Mephibosheth would have his own room in the palace and be treated like one of the king's own sons. Mephibosheth didn't do anything to deserve this great kindness, but not only did King David let Mephibosheth live, he offered to let Mephibosheth live as part of his family. He gave Mephibosheth hope in a hopeless situation. Why? Because King David wanted to show God's heart of kindness to Mephibosheth. God offers you an even greater kindness to save you from an even more hopeless situation that keeps you apart from God. You can't even get close to Him on your own because you have sinned against God, the King of the world. You have thought, said, and done things that have gone against God's good and right way. The punishment for sin is to be separated from Him and His kingdom forever. But God offers great kindness to you. He made a way for you to be saved so you can become part of His family and His kingdom. Jesus, God the Son, took the punishment that you deserve. He shed His blood and died on a cross. Jesus was buried, but then something amazing happened. He came back to life on the 3rd day. Now you can become part of God's royal family. John 1:12 says, "But to all who did receive Him, who believed in His name, He gave the right to become children of God." To believe in His name means to completely trust Jesus alone to save you and make you part of God's family. If you believe, God will forgive your sin and make you part of His kingdom as His very own child. That's an even greater kindness than what David showed to Mephibosheth. Will you accept God's gift of kindness and become His child today?